Welcome to 5 Minutes for Finance, where we give you important money management strategies for small business owners. Here's your host, David Worrell.
Welcome back. I'm David Worrell with Fuse CFO, and today my guest is Nicole Overkamp with The Moxie Co. I'm going to give her a chance to introduce herself real quick because she runs a very cool new business helping customers automate and streamline their processes using artificial intelligence technologies. And of course, that's an area I'm passionate about. It's also an area I need a lot of help in. So I'm looking forward to meeting Nicole and hearing about Moxie Co and the solutions that she's helping her clients with. Nicole, I know you are a wealth planner and that you have a personal financial planning business, but you've taken a pause from that, or you've also started this thing called the Moxie Co. So tell us just a little bit about your background and how you got started with Moxie Co and what it is.
Absolutely. So yes, I'm doing Moxie Co in addition to running the wealth management practice, but I partnered with a AI expert and business attorney on this. And we did it because, number one, we saw writing on the wall with our own industries. Business law and financial planning is going to change tremendously with AI. Plus, our clients are small business owners. And over again, we kept hearing there's got to be a better way. Something must be easier. I'm frustrated by not finding enough quality staff. And so we took both of our zones of genius, paired up, and created this business membership where we're teaching how to implement AI, how to use it in real life practical scenarios with every position and industry. And then what's the strategy behind that so it doesn't feel so distant or overwhelming.
Yeah. Boy, I was talking with someone today. I'm reminded at this moment in time, it feels like such an inflection that it reminds me of the moment when email and websites really, now I'm dating myself here, aren't I? So I'm telling you, I remember before a website existed, but at that moment in time, I was in the facsimile business. I was sending faxes for money. And I realized, man, the world is going to change, right? The way we communicate is going to change. And likewise, right now, I feel like the way we work is going to change. The way we do everything, including accounting, my business, is set up for a radical transformation. And sometimes it scares the pants off me. I read in the New York Times today that last year, 2023, 30% of companies report that they replaced people with AI. That's I've only had a ChatGPT subscription for 12 months, but last year 30% of companies replaced people with AI, and in the forward-looking year they're talking about 38% of those companies are expected to lay people off in order to replace them with technology. So I'm struggling to find how to use it. We use ChatGPT for great web search and that kind of stuff, but how do you see people really applying it? Is it just marketing? Is it just writing content, or is there more going on?
There really is. There's so much to it. And I think when you hear AI, everybody just goes to ChatGPT, right? And there's definitely a lot of use cases for ChatGPT, but when you think AI, you think of everything you touch. If it has a redundancy, if you say it twice, repeat it twice, or if it's something that is a system, it can probably be replaced. And so there's so many different AI sources and tools. Make.com is a great one. So think of it from design, video, photos, podcasting, video editing, spreadsheets, bookkeeping. A lot of that truly can be automated by AI. And so what we're finding is looking at those case studies, if you will, or breaking down any kind of position or things that you do and say, is there a way to actually utilize a program that already exists? You don't have to build something new. There's so much out there already, but then take 3 hours out of your day or automate something on the back end. And another cool thing that AI is doing right now too is better data analysis. So what used to take some of our clients or even myself, hours and hours to review and read something, especially spreadsheets and numbers, AI can do it in a matter of seconds. And so that in itself has been such a powerful tool, especially when you have online companies selling to Amazon. You can build AI to do better forecasting so that you can have more accurate inventory. You can do a better job of stocking, selling, getting ahead of the competition. And so it's so wild, all of the different uses, but when you look at the bottom line and how you can better manipulate the dollar that you're not only spending, but the profit you're making by just getting a little bit better, right? Yeah. It's really incredible.
So you mentioned that there really are two buckets here. There's the pre-made software that you're going to buy, and people are injecting AI into everything, right? I noticed when I opened my Adobe Acrobat subscription. Normally, all I do is I look at PDFs and I sign them. Now I've got a little AI window inside of that I can have a complete analysis of what I'm signing. I can say, what kind of a contract is this? And it can say, don't sign this, it's crazy. QuickBooks even is starting to slowly, unfortunately, roll out little AI tools. And so you see the big brands starting to inject AI.
That's right.
I know there are also a lot of new brands that are trying to build new tools with AI. And then you have all these platforms that you mentioned, like make.com. And I guess, I don't know how to choose. My strategy so far has been to kind of sit back and wait for Adobe and Intuit and Microsoft and Google to just make everything easier. But there's really more opportunity than that, isn't there?
There is, and if you wait for that to happen, your competition is going to do it something else first, right? So, but thank you for the softball. Like that's exactly what we help with. Awesome. is really talking to business owners and saying what is your business, what is the systems, the things that you're doing day to day. Here's how to take the platforms that are out there and integrate them into your business now. Don't wait for QuickBooks to do it because there's probably something easier anyways. And then when QuickBooks releases better AI, you're going to be that much further ahead, in your ability to 10x. And so it's thinking of even automating what gets put onto a Google Sheet right into QuickBooks, so that you don't have to touch it twice, right? So all of those systems in your business, David, you're repeating a lot of stuff with your team, and even if the numbers are different, the process is the same. And so that's where you can take one of those a la carte platforms or programs, and that's where you figure out, hey, where can I integrate this? So the good news is that there's so much out there that is really good already. You don't have to build something new. You just need to know how to integrate it into your business model with your team, or who don't you need on your team anymore.
How do you evaluate these tools? Like I must get 3 emails a day from different companies that say, we have used AI to automate accounts payable, right? That means getting a bill, entering the bill into QuickBooks, writing a check, paying the bill, sending it through ACH or wire or whatever. There's so many of them. It scares me that, these are college kids in their dorm room typing up, spending 2 or 3 days to make a new AI engine that does something. And a year from now, they're going to be gonzo, right? I'm going to call them for tech support, and it's going to ring and ring and ring, and nobody's going to answer. Or they're just going to fold up and blow away. There's so much going on. How do you evaluate some of these tools?
Yeah, that is a concern for some of them. And it does feel a little bit like the Wild West right now. And so, and I will say, I'm the business strategist, MJ is the AI expert. So she's really the person to draw the best answer from this. But, in working with her, it's really vetting the ones that she's got the experience with already. How can we sink our teeth into this company? But importantly, what are the reviews? A lot of them have free trials. You can test it out. And what you're setting up with them as far as automation, still with your software, your system, your ownership. So if this company just happens to not be good anymore or dissolve, you just rip it out and add in a new one. So you're not actually replacing something you own as far as capital or software that you would be utilizing it. Think of them as moving pieces, just like your payroll company. So you hire a payroll company to take care of payroll and automate that for you. They suck. You fire them and bring in a new one. So AI software technologies, programs that we're utilizing, think of them just like that.
Yeah. What are some goals that you set for your engagements with your clients? What are the kind of a deliverable or a improvement in efficiency or improvement in X? How do you describe that?
Sure. So first of all, with our the Moxie Club, it's a membership. So with that said, we have a ton of online courses and training within there already, and then we have weekly live coaching sessions and AI consulting sessions. So this is very much a take what you need, leave what you don't, but depending on your unique challenge, we're going to find the solution for that within either the live sessions or request it and we'll build it. And so because what we have found is that every small business, 0 to 10, 25 million in revenue have similar problems, but they're a little unique in what they need from each part of that. And so the idea is if you're feeling like you are being inefficient, or you're frustrated with your team's efficiency, or everybody feels like they're at capacity, but you don't have the budget to hire more, those are the people that we want to talk to so that we can essentially, quote unquote, clean house and really figure out where we can save time, but more importantly, better understand what are you doing that maybe is outdated? Yeah. What is your team actually doing with their time? Are they using 100% of the hours that they're working for you or not? Chances are they're not actually. Yeah. We're finding that many employees are actually at 70% capacity, if not a little bit less, which is a huge amount of money that's outflowing. And so there's also AI tools to help track that too. But if you can give your team tools or strategies that can help save them 2-3 hours, now you're increasing capacity and you don't have to hire another body. So, we did that right in our firm, actually. We eliminated 2 positions this year. And we don't know if we're replacing them yet because we've been constantly just testing, trying, getting a little bit more efficient. So, we're giving ourselves a quarter to see how it goes. And in workflow, if we do need to hire more, or if we've actually baked in enough efficiencies where we're okay to hold for a little bit. So
wow. That's awesome. There's so much to explore in the AI world. I assume that you're happy to have newbies like me coming in and learning from the ground up. Is that true?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's what we're so excited about, David. We priced the membership at $97 a month right now, because we wanted it to be accessible. Yeah. We didn't want there to be resistance for anyone to join. I mean, the formation of this company was impact driven. We want to give small business owners the chance to win, the ability to utilize and learn these things that, many other companies are paying tens of thousands of dollars for. And we just think it's ridiculous. We want to give them the ability to really get ahead of the competition, but also future-proof their business.
Yeah, very cool. All right, well, wrap us up. Tell us how we can get started. I'm ready to dive in. I could use some advice.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, go right to our website, themoxieco.com. And so that's the Moxie spelled MOXAICO.com. And join the membership and let us know what you need. And our promise to you is we'll deliver.
Very good. Awesome. Nicole, thank you so much for joining us. I wish we had 3 hours to talk about this because I know we could. But a great place to start to learn the basics of AI and to get some really good pointed advice about how to apply it to your business at themoxieco.com. And Nicole Overkamp, thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
Thanks for listening. Visit fusecfo.com for our social media channels and more.